What is up, duelists? I am back, and so is Snake Eye. Not that that it left at any time. Like I was playing it like almost the entire time. I was figuring out ways to play it, but Ash is finally back to three as well as Poplar, obviously. But we don't need three Poplar. Ash is more than enough. Poplar could have stayed at two. We don't mind. We don't care. But yeah, it does not change anything if it's a two or three as of right now, unless like something changes. But with Ash being at at three, we now have like all the main deck monsters we need. The only thing missing is original, but we have to be happy with Ash. We don't need original to win. Um, you may have heard, you may have saw the last video. I did pretty well at the German regional in Stuttgart. I started 7-0 into 7-2 with Snake Eye Fiends with Yummy. But Moon was allowed. So I got a lot of questions like, how do you want to keep playing Snake Eye Yummy? How do you want to, like, if do you want to include the Fiendsmith or not? I didn't know back then, but I know now. I found a way to include it perfectly fine. It is a bit expensive in the terms of like I'm using a lot of bodies to bridge into the Fiendsmith, but it is worth it. I'll be honest with you, it is definitely worth it, and I'm gonna show you how today. With also being nip proof. Like, I'm gonna show you where the opponent has to nip and where they will nip and how you can continue just play through nip. The only thing, like, you're not losing anything. You're losing a monster on your board for the end board, but like you're ending with surprise instead of surprise and a yummy synchron board. Wow, Nip took away a yummy synchro, but I'm fine because the opponent has one card less in his hand. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how to sequence it and how to like some little tricks with it. And yeah, let's hop right in. This is the sample deck list we are working with. It is it looks pretty chaotic, I think, with a lot of one-offs, a lot of things that yeah, look weird, but trust me, it works. We had to pay some stuff, we had to make some sacrifices. For example, you don't see any Snake Eye Doom Dragon in the extra deck. Unfortunately, we are not able to play it anymore if you want to go like for this combo. Um, yeah, but you can see the way we bridge from uh, Snake Eye into Fiendsmith, and as I said, you need a lot of bodies, is Underworld Goddess. It is 5 bodies you need. It is a lot of bodies, but the good thing about this deck is you spam so many bodies, you can just make use of them with it. Like, there are other options. You can go Reprodocus to make one of your yummy monsters Light Fiend. You can make Armadas level 5 Light Fiend Synchro. All like these options are viable, but with Underworld Goddess, you're not just like wasting an extra deck slot for just a Fiendsmith bridge. You actually have a monster that can out Liger Dancer. You have a monster that you can make with IP in the opponent's turn. And currently, the summon back from graveyard effect is pretty relevant. It cannot get destroyed by Murakumo, and like negating the stuff on field is also can also be nice. Can be nice against Yummy. If you summon the goddess against Yummy, and they can tag out their synchro, you're fine. But whatever they summon is negated. So that's pretty cool. So you're not wasting any slots. You just play whatever you want to play. You can play Marcher and Herald, which is part of the combo. That's the way why it isn't it. That's the reason why it isn't improved the combo, and you basically just um, can play pure Yummy with this almost. You have enough tools to just play pure Yummy if you open just Yummy. Let me show you the combo. For the combo, you obviously start Snake Eye Ash. You need a discard, which can be any card in the game. Just use Fuvolos because, yeah, you don't have any other applications with it. So you go Ash. Ash is gonna search Poplar, like the usual. Poplar is gonna summon itself. You use the effect to search the temple. Activate the temple. And you're gonna place the Flamberge. Then you're gonna link away Poplar for Linkuriboh. Let me tell you, Linkuriboh is a god card for this deck. It is so good. It is like not only just saving next to deck slot, not only just protecting your follow-up cards from getting hand trapped or anything. It is such an amazing card, and you're gonna see in a minute why it is so good in this deck. So you're gonna Poplar on itself, use Ash, send itself and pop. For Oak, Oak is gonna summon back the Ash. And then here they won't nib you. Like, why would they nib you? Like, there's no reason. Like, you still haven't used the Flamberge. If they nib you, you laugh at them. Like, promise me, you just laugh at them. Then you go Copsy. Copsy is gonna search for main deck Copsy and Cookie, discarding the Fuwa. You're gonna special the Copsy. Effect Search Surprise. Then you link off this Copsy into Snatchy. Unfortunately, it's the only Snatchy. You don't use the effect because we're gonna go for Fiendsmith stuff, so we need to make more than link 3s. Unfortunately, we're only able to play one Snatchy because it is just way too tight, and yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But like the extra deck, but if you know how to sequence everything, it is perfect, and you only really need one Snatchy, or you can play with just one Snatchy. So yeah, we're at this point here. The next thing they see is Metal Marcher and Oak. So you basically threaten. You just make Herald next thing. Next action is Herald with Metal Marcher and Oak. So if they nib, they have to nib here. If they don't nib, I'm gonna show what you're gonna do next. You're gonna use the Oak. By the way, very important for the sequencing. Summon this guy in the extra monster zone, because you're gonna now use Oak for Flamberge with Flamberge to summon Snake Eye Ash. And then you trigger Flamberge to bring back 2 level 1 bodies. And if you don't summon the Metal Marcher in the extra monster zone, you don't have enough space for like all these bodies. You now have 6 bodies on field. So you're gonna link these 2 off into IP. Like, what you link off here now doesn't really matter. The only thing I want to keep on the board is Lollipop, because it still has an effect. Therefore, yeah, you go IP, then use all these 4 bodies, but 5 link rating into Underworld Goddess. Use Underworld Goddess for Requiem. Use Requiem for Engraver. Then now, my bad. You're gonna special summon out the Cookie. Use Cookie and Engraver for Sequence. Use Sequence effect. Use Requiem and Underworld Goddess for Lacrima. Use Lacrima to add back Engraver, very important, because you need the Larry in the you need Larry, so you have like an extra Light Fiend in rotation. Then you go Engraver for Tract. Then Tract, search discard and summon Larry. And then here it is also very important. The next step you want to do is, now you have to get to Princess, and Princess will revive Flamberge, spell traps on IP. But if you go Princess here, you cannot link off Princess, because you see there's no like other thing you can use Princess for. So it is here very important that you summon the Engraver first, and you cannot do that right now, because the goal is to link off Sequence into Princess, and Engraver, like equip Sequence to Engraver, and Engraver send your own Princess away. So it is very important that you here use Linkuriboh, by tributing Larry, then use Engraver by shuffling back the Larry, get it on board, use the sequence and the Linkery bow for Princess now. Go Princess effect, summon back Flamberge, use Flamberge on IP, and then here use sequence on Engraver. Then you go Engraver effect, target sequence and Princess, send them both to graveyard, and then you can still overlay for Caesar. So this is your end board of one Snake Ash and a random discard. I'm so happy I found this. It works so well, it looks so cool, it is so many interruptions. Just like if you go this end board, please don't lose any games. You should not lose any games. You have like even the surprise interruption with like bounce 2. You have 2 Caesars, you have the surprise double bounce, you have IP into SP, and SP like the second effect, so that's like 5 interruptions. You have Princess, you have Cookie Synchro interruption, you have Cookie Graveyard interruption, you have Lollipop interruption if you get to it somehow. You don't get the Lollipop, but you have 8 interruptions, so layered. You have infinite follow-up because Flamberge is gonna get sent to graveyard. Also very important, whatever Snake Eye deck you're playing, always use Flamberge first to summon out the IP, because at some point you're gonna probably pop the Flamberge. Flamberge Flamberge revived 2 guys, including Poplar. When Poplar gets sent to the graveyard, you can place Flamberge back to the spell trap zone and then still go Temple to summon out the Flamberge again. So you start your turn with a Flamberge on field. That is like a little way of important sequencing in this deck. So yeah, it all sounds cool. Let me now show you how you play around Nib. Okay, so same start. Everything is the same situation. You go Ash, search, summon Poplar, then use Poplar, search field spell, activate field spell, place Nib, then you go Linkeribo, Poplar place itself, Ash send itself on Poplar immediately, summon Oak, Oak revive the Ash, use Ash and Linkeribo for Cupsy. Then use Cupsy, search the same bodies again. We can just speed this up a little so we get to the point where we will have to get nipped, and then I'll show you what happens if we get nipped. So here, once again, go Snatchy. Oops, my bad. Use Snatchy for Lollipop. Revive these 2. Revive Cupsy and like the 2 Cupsies. Use them for Metal Marcher effect. Summon back the Cupsy. So now they will nib us. Hello, please. Okay, so they're gonna nib us. Not that big of a deal. We get the token. They get the nib. Whatever. We trigger Temple to summon out the Flamberge. Then here, we're gonna use Flamberge and token for IP. Trigger Flamberge, summon back the 2 bodies. And then it took me a while. Oops, voice crack. It took me a while to figure this out because I was like, what I'm gonna do now? What I'm gonna do now if I like how can I still get into like the combo and not miss any engines? Because I found like if you just somehow you surprise summon something back, you surprise summon back a synchro, you can still link those off for Underworld Goddess, but you're missing like. You don't really get to the yummy engine anymore, really. It just all felt weird. But what happens now is you just use Oak, Poplar and IP and Nib for Underworld Goddess. I figured this out when I was like actually like playing the combo out and using the Nib, because when I was just like practicing the combo, I was like, I get nipped here, so I'm left with like nothing, summon out Flamberge. But I did not see that the opponent now has the nib. But since the opponent now has the nib, and also like if they just end on, like if they start with nib, they can nib attack over Caesar, nib attack over anything else. I mean, yeah, you have Linkuribo, but you're not ending on a level 1 that easily. And you don't want to waste IP for a nib. So when I put the nib like actual physically on the board, I figured, yo, I can just use their nib. Not only do I out the nib, but I make value of it. So I go Underworld Goddess using their nib, Underworld into Requiem, summon out the cookie, use a Requiem, do basically the same things. Requiem for Engraver. Into Sequence. Same thing as before, Sequence using these two for Lacrima. Lacrima adding back the Engraver. Using the Engraver to search a Tract. Tract into Larry, summon out the Larry. Use Linkuribo again. Summon it out. Use Engraver. Shuffle back. Then same old thing. Go Promethean. Promethean effect. Summon back the Flamberge. Flamberge to spell trap zone the IP. Use Sequence on Flamberge. On an Engraver. Engraver send Sequence and the Promethean. Go Caesar. And voila. It is the exact same end board. The only difference is you do not have a Yummy Synchron board, but Surprise will get you a Yummy Synchron monster from Graveyard, and therefore you're perfectly fine. If you don't want to like go Synchron monster, you can also just like summon out IP, use IP for into SP, Flamberge, bring back 2 bodies. Or even 3, because O can summon back another one. Then Surprise, go for Snatchy. And then, yeah, just summon Cookie like that if you would prefer that. But that's like in game situations. I cannot tell you what is correct, like what is right, what is wrong. It depends. But this is like the combo, and also what happens if you get nipped. Yeah, I think it's pretty strong, pretty solid, and I'm looking forward to play it. I'm definitely gonna bring it to the next tournament, and I'm very, very, very hyped to see how good it is, because I was thinking about pure yummy Snake Eye. I have a list ready, but I would just really wanted to include Fiendsmith, because Caesar is such a good card right now, and also like the extenders that Fiendsmith offers are so strong, and also like playing into board now with Lacrima is super cool. Yeah, there's just so many benefits. The engines work so well together. They give you like free cents, and that's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate your feedback. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and as always, never not believe in Snake Eyes. Let's see you guys in the next video.